Hey, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jara, and today I want to talk to you about being Black and introverted in the workplace and why it is such a problem for some people, right? Okay, so the topic of today's video is why can't they leave Black introverts alone in the workplace? Like literally. And I want to ask you, has being Black and introverted in the workplace been deemed as an issue or a problem for you? Chances are they probably were, or else you wouldn't be watching this video, or this video wouldn't have found its way to you, right? So we're going to talk about that today in this video. And of course, I'm going to share some stories, or maybe just one good story that really sticks out, that really stands out, that drives the point home about being Black and introverted in the workplace that I'm sure you can relate to, whether you're male or female. Okay, so let's get to it. So because they fail to understand what introversion is, they label us incorrectly as being aloof or not caring about our job or not doing our job well, when in fact we are doing our job, what the job entails, what's in the job description itself. But it doesn't require us to be all outgoing and super exuberant and all this when we're not really like that. Okay. What that is, that's code switching. And we shouldn't have to code switch in order to be effective on the job, right? So as introverts, we are processors. When we're in meetings, we like to sit back and listen, take notes, take everything in before responding to something or before even asking a question because we're too busy listening. We're good listeners, okay? So do not misinterpret that as us not paying attention or not being active in the meeting and whatever else type of nonsense that you choose to just say incorrectly, okay? So let me share a story about when I worked in higher education as a career advisor. I was working on a small team in the office. It was me and another person who was very, very extroverted, got on my last nerve, okay? Mind you, he had never worked at an actual job before. He was an entrepreneur for several years until he got the job working at that school. Before that, of course, he hadn't been exposed to working with diverse groups of people or being in an office setting itself. So I'm not going to lie, maybe the first few days, maybe even the first week, I enjoyed talking to him. I thought he was, exciting. He shared a lot of great advice pertaining to, starting a business the right way and, all the things that he had accomplished. But as time progressed, he just talked entirely too much, like too much. He was the type of person in the meetings who who would just interrupt, and then as the meetings concluded, he would be the person asking questions, just prolonging the time we had to sit through those meetings, whether they were in person or virtual. And it was just so annoying. Meanwhile, me and my introverted self, I'm pretty much cool, calm, and collected. I speak when I feel like I need to speak. I ask questions when I feel like something needs to be clarified. I don't just talk just to be talking. I don't waste my words on things that don't benefit anybody else or benefit me. So that's just how I am. But he just felt the need to just talk, not just during the meetings, but when we were supposed to be working as well. So to be on the phones, doing outreach to students and things like that, to graduate students. And he just come in the office talking about his drama at home and how I don't know, I don't even feel like getting into everything that he shared with me, but I'm just like, please leave me alone. Go find somebody else to talk to. Get a therapist because it sounds like that's what you need. I'm not the one. A lot of the upper management people, they liked him. They thought that he was one of the best people that they hired in a long time, and they would compare him to me. And you already know where I'm going with this. All of a sudden, it was a problem because they felt like I was not doing my job because I was not as engaging as he was. When in fact, I was very engaging with the students because that's what I was there for, to work with the students. And I felt like that's all that mattered. I don't need to come to work and tell everybody my business and get in their business as well. I feel like you paid me to do a job. I come to the job to do the job. I show up and I leave when I'm supposed to leave. what more do you want from me, right? So, long story short, one of the managers told me in a meeting, this was when we were working virtually, when everything switched over to us working from home. She told me during one of the meetings that she's going to get me, or no, she's going to make me talk one day. And I said, excuse me, I do talk. When you ask me questions or when I have questions, that's when I talk. I don't need to divulge all my information to you because that's not what I'm here for. So, long story short, about 2 weeks after that, or probably a month or so after that, maybe 3 weeks, I found something else. But now that I'm thinking about it, and I thought about this a good couple of weeks ago, I'm like, that could have been filed under workplace harassment, and I could have gotten a check from that. I could have sued, right? Am I right with that? But anyway, it's too late now, I think, because this happened in 2021. But yeah, I felt like that could have been a case because that was workplace harassment or a threat or something like that. But anyway, that clown, he stayed there. And then I come to find out maybe a year and a half later, they end up laying him off. But yeah, that's just one of my stories about being picked on and misinterpreted as a Black person that's also introverted. Because let's not isolate this to being just introverted, because I have worked with some Caucasian introverted people and even a Mexican introverted person, and they were never picked on or harassed to the level that I was, and then other Black introverts that I've worked with in the workplace as well. So let's just call it what it is. It's because we're Black and introverted that we're picked on and it's considered a problem all of a sudden. So if you can relate to that, please leave a comment down below so I know that I'm not alone and not just talking crazy, right? I know I'm not talking crazy anyway, but you get the point. Now, oftentimes when they hire Black people, they look at us as the personality hire or the entertaining person, or somebody that'll just keep the culture, I guess, I don't know, alive or something like that. But I come to tell you, that's not the case with me. I'm not going to conform or code switch for nobody. I am who I am. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for this. But yeah, I feel like they should tell extroverts to tone it down a little bit because they're being too loud and disrupting the workplace environment and interrupting those who want to be productive, right? So nobody tells them to be quiet. So they shouldn't tell us to talk about nothing, right? That's just how I feel. But yeah, going back to the whole personality hire thing, they're not going to get that when they hire me. Well, they're not going to get that from me, period, because I'm done working a 9 to 5. I talked about that in the last video. I remember working at another job where it was two or three other Black women, including myself, on the team. Now, I think it was just two of us. Yep, just two of us. And this other lady, you can tell good and well she was the personality hire. I liked her a lot, but sometimes I could tell when she was putting on or just faking it, faking a smile or faking a laugh at one of these corny jokes that these managers tell sometimes. And I'm just sitting there like, girl, sis, you don't have to do this. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. I can just imagine how draining that was for her. And it is for some people that are still feeling a need to just not be your authentic self in the workplace. And I feel bad for y'all. But I'm here to tell you, as an authentic, hardcore, unapologetic introvert, I understand the challenges you face, unfortunately, right? But just do the best you can. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you document the mistreatment that you're receiving. Just like I said before in that example that I shared, if you feel like you were threatened or being threatened at the workplace because of your personality, document that. And do not tell HR because HR is there to protect the company, not you. But go to the EEOC. What is that? Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, I believe. But yeah, you can just do a quick Google search and find out what that stands for. Go to the EEOC and file your claim, especially if you don't feel like, you're going to be working there long term anyway. Might as well get paid to leave and then use that money to fund your dreams, or I don't know, go on a vacation, take a brief sabbatical or something. But yeah, that's what I would do because it don't make no sense to be picked on just because you're introverted in the workplace, even though you are producing results. Okay. And as long as, customers, clients, students like you, that's really all that matters. If you don't have any negative marks on your employment record, you show up there on time, you do what you're supposed to do, why are they picking on you? I just don't get it. Is it because they're nosy, they want to be in our business? What is the issue with us being quiet in the workplace and just being our authentic introverted selves? There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm here to empower you and inform you that being introverted in the workplace or being introverted, period, is not a weakness. It is a strength. Okay. It is your superpower. And you don't have to feel the need to conform or tap dance or code switch in order to fit in at the workplace and to prove your worth. You are worthy enough. You are enough. Okay. So I hope that this video helped you. And if you find something that I said relatable, please leave a comment down below, share your story, because I would love to get some more feedback on this. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share, all the YouTube things. And I'll see you on the next video. I'll post videos every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And before I go, let me remind you that you don't have to change who you are in order to fit in. You are enough just as you are. See you next time. Bye.